Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another first impression review of Talib Kweli's free album called "Fuck the Money." With me, I have Joe Hova,
Fuck the money. Actually,
and
no, I
with
want the
us as
money.
well. Just slide me the money, since you don't care about the money. I'll take the money. I've got Richard Bailey.
Fuck the money, fuck the money, fuck the money.
Rick sounds like he was in one of those like old school pizza parlors where they throw the dough up in the air and shit.
I don't know what's wrong with us today. But welcome to a first impression review for Talib Kweli's free album. He dropped out of nowhere, completely for free on his website. Fuck the money, and it's out. So we decided to give it a listen. It is 11 tracks long, which is not bad at all as far as length goes. But we gonna get into this. We gonna get into this real quick, like.
Can I just already point out that I had an issue with it the minute I found out I couldn't stream it and I had to download it from his website.
Joe was mad because it had to take up some megabytes on his computer. He was quite pissed.
It took up some space on my hard drive now that I have now gotten back. So
oh, you already sent it to the recycle bin?
Already.
That's a shame. That is a shame. See, I upload all my stuff to Google Play, so even if I delete it, the ghost of it is still in my Google Play until I delete it from that.
I don't want Talib haunting me. I also don't want him yelling at me like he was Bomani on Twitter the other day.
Which, that's actually what I was going to start off. Great segue. I wanted to go right into that. So, Bomani Jones made the mistake of saying that Big Boy was better than Talib Kweli. I don't know how that conversation even came up, but that's what he said. And Talib Kweli got in his feelings a little bit and was not very happy with the situation. In my mind, I like to think that he got so mad he went and recorded an album called "Fuck the Money" and put it out for free. But he probably had this kind of stewing back behind the scenes for a while. You could definitely tell it is a collective of very random songs. This is not a very cohesive project, but let's go ahead and jump into it. We'll talk about first half and second half with this particular one. Joe Hova start us off. Joe has some special notes, everyone. By the way, I want y'all to pay attention, pay close attention.
So the first half sounds like it's Talib trying to rap on trap beats. So I kind of got a problem with that because he's not that kind of an artist. He's trying to like do this like obscure thing where he's rapping on trap beats. All right, whatever. That's fine. Do that. But with Gratitude, I thought it was solid. I thought the intro was solid. But there was this line where he said something about his friend Nico. We call him Nico Suave, and it just kind of like I hit the stale phase. And just like, oh crap. And then I knew from there that there were going to be more struggle bars. I knew.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't remember if it's the next track or the third one, but he said, treat my girl like horticulture, preserving that flower.
Look, man, all right, so that was the first one that you messaged me about. I don't have so much of a problem with that bar. I've heard much worse.
That was so weak. Like, here's the thing, though. It's like, I knew you were going to counter when we were talking about this with like, oh, I've heard worse on Dirty Sprite too. But here's the thing. I don't expect great lyricism from Future. I expect like positive vibes and crunk music from Future. From Talib, I expect lyrical hip-hop. And it just felt like, he was mailing it in, basically. So
yeah, gotcha. To me, it seemed like with the first half of the project, it seemed like he was trying to experiment with the styles of others.
Mm-hmm.
And because I even mentioned it right before this, and I mentioned it when I first heard the song. So Leslie Knope, I did not look at the track list, but I hear problem ad libs when I'm listening to the song, or kind of what sounds like it. But then I look and he's not listed, and then I listen to it again, and I'm like, is that Kweli imitating his styles, and I think that beat ended up having like the most trappish beat on it.
And you know what's funny too is that if you listen to Echoes, like Kweli, his verses aren't good on there, but that song, it sounds like it has Miguel and Patrick Stump on it. It doesn't sound like a Kweli song; it sounds like a Miguel song.
Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely does. I definitely agree. The first half of the project is near unbearable for me as a Kweli fan. Like, I'm coming from me, big fan of Kweli. I didn't, you know, I hate to put a person in like a particular lane and like force them to kind of exist there, but when your execution isn't that great.
And that's the problem with it, is like the concepts of some of these songs are cool. It's just the execution is off. Like he said, silicone actors acting real butt. Like, no.
I couldn't even defend that one. When
like a Future or Fetty Wap or somebody said that, you know, that would trend on Twitter. But if it's Kweli got to step it up because we hold him to a higher standard of lyricism.
Yeah, that's very true. Richard Bailey.
Well, let me just go ahead and say this. A lot of the stuff you guys have already said, I'm going to go ahead and say this right now. I am a Talib fan. I enjoyed a lot of his older stuff. But when I heard that he was dropping an album, and I heard that the album title, Fuck the Money, then I thought to myself, when I listened to the beginning and the ending, the two tracks, you know, the first half and the second half. When I listened to both, I figure then I knew how he came up with that title, "Fuck the Money," because he said, you know what, this album is not worth any. It's not worth it being bought because it's confusing. It was confusing. I hear the first half. I do agree, Gratitude was good. I thought that was okay, but yeah, what you said, Joe, about the trap music, he should not be doing that stuff. You know,
what's the album called again, Rich?
It's called "Fuck the Money." Yeah, that's right.
Every time.
So, you know,
I co-sign what you're saying. I don't know what the motivation was. Like I said, I hope it's Bomani Jones, but I don't think it's Bomani Jones. I'm wondering, because he's independent too at this point. Do you think that this is him trying to adopt a model of a particular artist that we know with doing free projects? Because you did an article about this.
Oh, about Chance?
Yeah. Do you think that some of these other independent groups and stuff are going to try to emulate that?
I definitely think that a lot of indie artists are going to start doing this because, like, we're seeing the trend, the Beyonce trend, where artists, they just drop an album out of nowhere, or they wait until like 2 weeks and they say, hey, I'm dropping an album in 2 weeks. Like Future did it, Dre did it, Tyler did it. J. Cole. I mean, there's been so many artists who have done it this year. Like Drake just dropped out of nowhere and he went gold. You know, first week he went gold. So it's, you know, it's one of those things where it's the hot trend. And I feel like for the indie circuit, Talib is trying to do that with this.
Gotcha. All right, so we're all of one accord as far as the first half of this album goes.
Yeah.
Trash boat. Trash boat. Trash boat. All right, so then, and actually with me, it's kind of the first half, but if I switch the Fuck the Money song and Fall Back, it's more accurate because I like Fuck the Money, the song. I didn't like Fall Back so much. Like it went in one ear out the other.
I'm the opposite on that. I didn't like the Fuck the Money song, but I liked the other one that came after that.
Yeah, the one with Styles P?
I thought that was good.
Gotcha.
Well, besides Talib's verse. His verse wasn't good on that one. But Styles P's feature was dope.
Right. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the second half of the project as well. And as far as my opinion goes, on the first half, I like Leslie Knope, the concept. If Problem was on it, I'd like it more because it's more his style. Otherwise, didn't enjoy the first. Like, even the Miguel song, I didn't enjoy it that much. Like, it just didn't make sense in sequence. Nothing.
The only one that was cool in the first half was Nice Things, and that's because it tackled the social injustice and the racism and shit that's going
Right.
on.
Yeah. Right. But go ahead, Joe, on the second half.
Second half, I thought that's like probably about what, track 7-ish? What's track 7?
She said, he said, she said.
Yeah, that's where it starts picking up, and that's where it's really good. Like the next like 4 songs are like pretty good. Like I would keep them. It's just that first half kind of ruins it because it takes so long to get to it. Like He Said, She Said was the first song that I was like, okay, I could play this again.
Yeah. Yep, it took me about that long. I think that was the song, like, because even though I liked "Fuck the Money," it was more so I didn't hate it like the other songs.
Yeah.
But He Said, She Said was probably the first one that I thought that I would like to spin back as well. So I agree with you on that one.
Butterfly was really good too. I really dug Butterfly.
Word. Richard Bailey.
Yeah, I pretty much agree with that sentiment, almost exactly. Now, as far as "Fuck the Money," I do like the chorus. You know, I said in the beginning, oh, I do like that because it's just funny to listen to that part. But yeah, the first half is not what I like. The second half was awesome. That's the Talib that I know when he does those type of songs. I do agree, Butterfly is good. I thought Baby Girl was good. I thought every song after that, and then the song with Ab-Soul on it, The Venetian, that was good, and Money good. But everything before that, before these songs, you know, He Said, She Said was good too. But everything before that is questionable. So
Gotcha. And I agree with what y'all are saying. I want to hone in on the Venetian though, specifically because of Ab-Soul. One of the more recent impressive things that Ab-Soul has done, arguably the best verse, the top 3 verses of his career, was on the Talib Kweli feature on this track called Congregation. It was him, Black Thought, and Talib Kweli. And it takes a lot to stand out over Black Thought on a track, and Ab-Soul did that. And we know that These Days has come out, and it was absolute trash boat. Straight up, it was garbage. It was hot garbage, hot dog water. It was really bad. And I was hoping, okay, Ab-Soul's disappeared. He's gonna come back, and we're gonna get that prime Ab-Soul. We did not. It's my own fault for setting myself up. Not to say that it was a bad verse. It wasn't terrible, but it seemed like These Days again. And
It was a lot better than the verses from These Days, though.
a lot better does not say very much, my brother. Because These Days was pretty bad, save for like 2 or 3 verses on a full paid-for project. I did not pay for it. I streamed it. You ain't finna lasers me again. I'm not ever happy. No, that's not happening no more. Speaking of, this is his technical 3rd project. Lasers was technically Lupe's 3rd album. Both hot garbage. Maybe this is them just cleansing their palate on the 3rd album, and we're gonna get some fire Ab-Soul. But his feature on the Venetian doesn't really lend to that idea. So rant over with that. Otherwise, the second half is great. He Said, She Said was great. Butterfly as well. Money Good is my favorite one, though. Money Good has gotten the most repeated spins for me so far on the project, and it's probably going to be the only song that I take from this and keep in rotation at all. Just being complete. I mean, I'm gonna listen to the whole thing again and see if because I loved like the Nope song is cool, but I'm pissed that Problem isn't involved. Like that on principle, he should be there, and I'm angry because he's emulating him and he's not on it. But I'm gonna listen to it again. We'll see what happens. But Money Good. That's it. That's it for me. I can't really do too much. How about you, Joe?
I would keep probably Butterfly.
Keep Butterfly? That's it?
Yeah,
Rich?
that's probably about it.
I would keep Baby Girl, Butterfly, and Money Good.
Mighty good. Oh shoot, I forgot I'm supposed to meet somebody, so I gotta wrap this up. But yeah, would you guys recommend Fuck the Money?
Hell
Go ahead,
no.
Joe.
Hell,
Hell no from Joe. Rich.
hell no.
First half, hell no. Second half, maybe. But then again, yeah.
You know what yeah, kinda, sorta. First half, absolutely not. Second half, maybe, like Rich said. The only reason I say maybe is because it's a free project. So
Yeah.
listen to it and pull the Joe Hove and slide it to the recycle bin afterwards. Simple as that.
Yep.
That's about the gist of it. You know what would be hilarious? If Big Boy put out a free album and it was better. And that's going to be us signing out right there.
Yo, and then Bomani would hit him on Twitter and be like, hey, bruh, remember that time?
Or final words, Jehovah.
I don't like run-on sentence rap, so no thanks.
You want to fuck up some commas, man. Richard Bailey, final words.
Oh yeah. Hey, I have no final words. Talib, you need to do better. That's it. Yeah.
That man got Rich at a loss for words.
Yeah. Do better next time, Talib. That's it.
Word. Hit the eye annotation at the top right if you're watching this after the live stream. We appreciate y'all tuning in. If you want to support thecoalition.com, please do so via donations. Hit us with feedback. Hit us with comments. Anything that you can do, share it with your friends, your mama, your cousin, auntie, uncle, and all of them. Anything that you do, we greatly appreciate. And we appreciate y'all watching. Fuck the money, fuck the project. We'll see y'all next time.